Hi, I'm Brianna Moskis, and today is FabriChat. Good morning. All right, so Mom will be home this week. Super exciting. We have a couple things I'm going to chat about. Tracy is here today. You'll hear her printing labels next to me, but she's still a little under the weather, and maybe we'll see her for a box opening this week. But what I want to talk about for FabriChat, I don't know how long it will be, so I apologize if it wasn't long enough for you. But some of you might notice that there was not a temperature quilt recap on YouTube this last week, and that was because my Zoom meet did not record the way I expected it to. So I feel like I've recorded Zooms in the past where I could just record my spotlight and not record all of the little, 2-inch images of everybody who was attending the Zoom. And that's what I ended up recording, was just the little 2-inchy pieces of everybody. So I'm not sure what I did wrong. Devon's gonna help me and see if we can record it differently, or what I'll do is I'll actually record on my camera while I'm Zooming, so I have no problems. I probably should have done that in the beginning, but just didn't think about it, because I didn't do a little test Zoom meet to see if I was recording right or everything. So I'm gonna do a quick little recap of our temperature Zoom meet, if those of you who weren't able to attend it kind of what we chatted about. So the main thing we talked about was, of course, organization. So we found our monthly temperatures for January, and I found my temperatures, because I'm going to do mine for Quincy, because I actually live in Quincy, which is about 20 miles from Ephrata and another, 7, 8, whatever miles from Soap Lake. So I was doing Quincy, and I tried the wunderground.com, which is a lot of you, if you're doing birth years or anything like that, that was the easiest way to find older dates. And for me, I found AccuWeather, ACCUweather.com, was the best one for me to find my Quincy temperatures for this year. I went on to wunderground.com, but for some reason it kept shooting me to East Wenatchee, which I guess is close-ish to where Quincy weather probably is, but I thought it was really weird. So both of those websites are both very good, depending on what you're looking for. So I use both of them just to check. The Underground, AccuWeather, it all worked, whatever's best for you. It might be different. If you're somewhere else in the world, it might be somewhere different. So if you have a different website that you're using that you find is more accurate for your neck of the United States, go ahead and share that in the comments with everybody and let us know what weather, internet, whatever you're using. And some of you might be just writing down on a calendar every morning, writing down the temperature of what you have, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if you're wanting to give yourself a task to do every day besides laundry and letting the dog in and out, you might be just writing your own temperatures. That is okay too. When I went on to AccuWeather, I was able to print out this little calendar that had all of mine. I had my high and my lows. We talked about calculating the numbers. So if you're doing something that is a grid, if you're doing something that is strips or squares, you're going to need to know how many squares of color number 3 you're going to need. And those might be, temperature 40 to 45. So that's something that's also helpful, is to go through, and I just used my little calendar here and went through and saw how many times it was 39 degrees. I didn't care if that 39 degrees was high or my low. Yeah. My lowest temperature, my highest temperature. I just needed to know how many 39 degree squares I needed. If you go to our Facebook page, so we have a temperature quilt sew along fabric patch group on Facebook that it's open to everyone. I don't have it admin to allow people in or anything. Just those of us that are doing temperature quilts together. Maybe you're not doing a temperature quilt this year with us because life is a little crazier than normal. That's okay too. It's fun just to see what everyone's doing. There's a lot of people that are interacting on that page, showing sharing patterns that they're using, showing their colors. There was somebody, I wish I remembered her name, she was doing temperatures for the high and temperatures for the low. So she's doing a blue and green quilt. So the blues are her low temperatures from, you know, whatever temperature she chose, and her greens are her high. So every block is going to be blue and green, just a change of those shades, which I think would be really cool. I am super excited to see some of her blocks. Some people were showing organizing ways. So again, my one way, Kathy shared that she was doing a little clear bin. It looks like she was doing maybe something gridded, so a lot of squares. And she had them organized in this plastic bin with her little Wonder clips, all separating them from, you know, color 1 to 24, however many colors she had. But a really good idea is to label a baggie. The other thing I was thinking, because I know like Denise was taking a picture and photocopying her little color chart just in case. She has a worry that she is going to put her color chart in a very special place and not find it, not be able to finish her project. So if you too are worried about that special place coming at the wrong time, take a picture, make a photocopy.
Tell somebody with a special place.
Tell somebody your special place. And then you can, you know, phone a friend and be like, hey, remember that special place? Yeah, what was it? So we can do that too. And also the baggies are always a really good idea. Just use a permanent marker, color number 1, your temperature range, and put your fabric in there, whether it's a swatch or, for me, again, mine are going to be inch strips because I'm still going to do that pineapple block. I have decided I'm going to do that pineapple block for the entire month. I'm going to have this huge, ginormous, awesome looking pineapple block for January through December, and fuss at cutting that center block out. I personally have not started my blocks. It's been a little crazy here, being top dog without mom. So I still have some cleaning to do before she gets home, so she thinks I did something instead of nothing while she was gone. But so organizing is also kind of key, whatever works best for you. I do think some sort of a bag, a clip, keeping everything together, because you're going to have strips left over that you're going to be able to use the following month. So keep that in mind too, depending on what you're using. The other really cool thing that Amy shared with us was Moda put out this temperature quilt planner. So this is, I will attach it in the description below for you. It's also attached to the files tab of our Facebook page. So this is really cool, where you can put your fabric swatch, if you have any special information about that particular piece of fabric. If you know this is a Moda thatched, if you know this is a Riley Blake dot or a Micah Miller stripe, you can put whatever information you want there, or nothing. Whether it's a batik, a flannel, or a cotton, you can do that too. And then your temperature range. That color number 1 is from 0 to 3, and so on and so forth. So you can essentially make this doodad also on there, up to you. And then they've got your monthly days, 1 through 31, February, March, the whole shebang. So you can write in, my high was 36, my low was 32. Whatever that is, you can write all that down so you can have it in a different method depending on what you prefer to see, whether it's a calendar form or you prefer to see it all blocked down. A really cool little helpful tidbit. I think it's really nice to have it all in one place, and even to have it later as you're collecting information. This can all go in that temperature quilt box or quilt drawer or whatever you're putting it in as you're maybe working on something else throughout the month, instead of trying to keep a hold of all of these individual sheets of paper. So equally cool. And again, you can find this in the description below or on our Facebook page. I really like this. I think it was really, and it also says year and location. So even if you have some file folder, binder of past projects that you really enjoyed, or if you do a picture of your finished quilt each time. I know a lot of people do like a quilting diary, which I think is fantastic. I wish I did that when I started quilting, because there were some quilts that were really cool, that some I did for commission, some I did just for friends, and I enjoyed doing them or enjoyed the color scheme and wish I would have had a picture or something to go along with it. But if you're someone who does do a quilt diary, this could be, you know, tucked in behind that photo, which might be something kind of fun, so you can see that quilt and like, oh, I don't remember where I did it for whether it was for my birth year or when I got married or for a child or whatever, but you can also put that date and location. So it's on this page, year and location. So super cool. I thought that was super helpful. Let's see. I think that was kind of all we chatted about. We chatted a little bit about, people had questions about blocks. We talked about if someone could do like a log cabin for a temperature quilt. You totally could. You could kind of how I'm doing the pineapples depending on your wrapping. A log cabin or even a half log cabin is dependent on how you wrap around that center square. And you'd have to decide where you want your lights and your darks, or your lowest temperature and your highest temperature. But any block, no matter how simple you think it is totally doable. And also on that Facebook page, there's a lot of people doing the houses where they're just doing, 30 squares all speckled in there and then a regular roof and a background and no big deal. And all of those are the same. Some people are doing a house where the peaked roof is the high of the day and the body of the house is the low of the day. I mean, you can make it as simple or as hard as you want. I do think we chatted about, I think Mom's going to do a temperature quilt row because I know she still hasn't decided what she wants to do for January yet. So, it's all totally up to you and what you think you can do. And again, the main goal is to just get it finished. We don't want you to have to worry about another UFO in that drawer. We want to help you get it done. The other thing, if you want to come to the Zoom meet for the temperature quilt, it's super easy. So if you go to our website and search the word temperature, the first thing that pops up is the temperature Zoom link. If you click into that, it's a lot like how I show you the free patterns we get. If it's from Henry Glass or maybe Free Spirit, whoever we get a free spirit with or a free pattern with a collection, it's kind of that same way. Is you're going to see the link for it. You'll see in red letters that it says, hey, if you want to purchase it, you have to call the shop. You don't have to call the shop. However, for me to be able to put something online, for you to be able to see on your end, it has to have some sort of a dollar value to it. So it is worth a penny for you to see it. But you do not need to purchase it. You don't have to call us. If you scroll down, you'll see the links. You'll see the dates that we are meeting. We are meeting the first Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So whatever that means for your zone. And then as you keep scrolling down, you'll see the passcode and everything for it. So if you want to print off that page and tack it to your sewing room board, put it in your planner, you totally can. That link and that passcode will work for every single meeting from now until next January when we wrap it all up. So keep that handy. That will work every single time. And it is under Devon Woodward is who you'll see pop up. That's just Denise's husband, if it sounded familiar. They have a subscription. They did a lot of the stuff for church when they were Zooming for church. And so there's ability to have like 500 people Zoom at a time. So there's plenty of room if you're able to log on, listen in on your phone, even if it's for just the first 30 minutes or the 15 minutes or whatever. You're more than welcome to get in, get out. It's no big deal. No harm, no foul. Next month, I will record it from my camera so I really can short it down and share it with everybody, that you can really see what's going on. Hopefully I'll have a block or two to show you and some form to do, and maybe we'll have a block done for Mom by the time she makes it in. But I wanted to chat about a little bit about the temperature quilt for those of you that were hoping to see something on YouTube last week. So sorry I didn't record that right. But we'll be ready for February. And I believe that's March. Let me see what date that is. Let me pull my calendar. That will be the first Thursday in March is March 7th. So we will be Zooming then, and Mom will be here. Again, she is showing up crack of dawn Saturday morning is essentially when she'll be back in Soap Lake. I don't know how that jet lag is going to work, but we'll see. So she usually calls me around our dinner time. So about 5 or 5:30, she's calling us and she's just finished breakfast. So I think the jet lag will be a little rough. She did on Tuesday. So I'm actually pre-filming, so it's actually Tuesday for me. Today she is doing the Hoffman factory tour today. So I'm super excited. So she's going to film it again for you guys, because if you saw Monday afternoon, I think is when it finally went up, you saw they went to a batik factory in, she told me the name of the city. Maybe she told it in the video too. But that was really cool, a really authentic batiking place. I thought that was super cool to watch. I've seen it again. I've seen it before. It's just so different seeing it that way. But super cool. So if you wanted to see how some batiks are made, they're using them where they're stamped, or sometimes the hand done ones. And a lot of people commented, I didn't realize they did a whole lot of hand printing batiks still either. That was information I didn't know. I thought that was a very specialty thing, and everybody just stamped now. But I think that's really cool that you could still get some hand, designed batiks still. So that was really cool. Mom is bringing home far too many suitcases full of goodies, so we will be doing a special box opening, suitcase unpacking, so we can see everything she got. I'm sure she went with 2 duffel bags. She had to take some goodies. So we had Hoffman swag bags and some hand working kit, because they were at sea like for 2 days, or in 2 days, not consecutive days. And she was showing them some basic hand working stuff. So those who travel, who want a little something to do, but didn't really have the time to learn how to hand stitch something and, all that jazz. She did some basics classes while they were just at sea hanging out. So she had 2 full duffel bags that she was going to bring home empty. So instead of bringing those home empty, she has been filming them. So I am super excited to see what she found. She said she's found stuff for the kiddos almost at every port. So I know she's missing those little babies. But that'll be super fun. I can't wait to see all of that. And then she did go to Borobudur. She didn't do a video, but she's thinking of maybe just she shared a lot of pictures, and some of the girls that are with her shared pictures. So what I'm going to do is at the end, I will show pictures of Borobudur, and that is the monastery that they went to. It wasn't anything what I thought it would look like. I don't know what I thought it would look like, but it looked like this cool, stared, almost, I don't know, castle-like. It's very cool. So I'll show the pictures that I have from the girls that shared it on their Facebook page and shared pictures with me. So I will do that. For some reason, Mom and I can only call. She can see my text messages, but she cannot respond or send me texts. So not sure what happened, where in the world our phones decided not to communicate both ways. So I haven't gotten a whole lot that way, but I will share at the end some pictures of Borobudur, and I'm sure she'll talk about it a lot when she's back, because I'm super excited to hear all about it. So, and then probably, let's see, today is Tuesday. Well, I guess for me it's Tuesday, but my guess is probably Thursday or Friday, I will have a video up for the Hoffman Batik Tour, which is super cool. A lot of you guys know Hoffman Fabrics has their main batiking hub in Bali, and they don't do guided tours anymore. It's for special groups only, and it was super, super cool. So we were super excited that they allowed us to come in and do the tour and do all of that and set that up. It was really cool. We are a Hoffman rep, which you saw a picture of him and his wife earlier in the vacation. He's our Hoffman rep, and he went on this trip because the Hoffman Batik Tour, that was been on his list. And so him and Stephanie went and are super excited. So cannot wait. Super excited. So I'll probably be skipping dinner tonight so I can FaceTime while they go through their tour. But she will be filming it for you guys, just like the Batik Factory that you saw earlier this week. So super cool. Cannot wait. So I'll share some pictures at the end of Borobudur. Anything I might get for you between editing. Maybe we'll have some sneak peeks at the end. The other thing I am working on, I was hoping to have something to bring to show you, but I didn't get enough done yesterday and this weekend. But I have been opening blocks for Harper's quilts. So I actually have 3 packages here at the shop. I have a box and 2 more packages that somehow I forgot here. I'm not sure why they weren't in my box, but I've been opening up quilt blocks, and they are fantastic. your guys' blocks are amazing and thoughtful, and just, I am speechless as I open these. So as of last night when I counted all the blocks, I had 103 blocks. And that does not include whatever is hanging around the shop. Some people sent extra fabric in case I needed to make their block bigger, if I needed to make another block, if I just needed some fabric. It was so sweet. I so love it. So Marjorie has already offered to make a quilt for me, so I have her blocks together. I even have a piece of backing for her, all sorts of things. Hers is going to be so cute. So it is heart blocks and animal blocks. Yeah, it's adorable. There's like the cutest little chicken. I should show you. I'm going to go get my little bag I brought from Marjorie so I can show you some of these blocks. Okay, so this is the back. It's a really pretty soft flannel, bright green pink. It has squirrels and elephants, and I feel like it's cute. So I have all of your guys' blocks separated and everything. So once I have the quilts done, I will show them for you guys, and I'll hopefully be able to tell you whose blocks are in those quilts. Or if I can't tell you, I'm sure you will recognize it, because not every block was labeled. And I tried ripping off the return label and sticking it on there so I knew where everybody's were, but you know, I had helpers, and it worked for a little bit. Then I had to stop, and I decided to finish it after they went to bed because it was not as helpful as it should have been. This is from Arlie Adams from New York. Cute little puppy dog. Oh, I guess I do have some basic blocks, because we're doing, I think this one is 30 squares, I feel like 5 by 6, and maybe no sashing. Margie will have to decide if there's any weird block coping strips or anything that have to happen. I feel like that isn't going to have to happen with any of these. You guys did an excellent job keeping your blocks pretty square, 12.5 inches. You guys did a great job. This cute one, I think you guys had seen this one before. These cute little fussy cut dogs. And look at all these hearts. There is so many. I have 16 heart blocks that I think is fantastic. So I was thinking I would have enough to do just a heart quilt and just an animal quilt. This one says gratitude in the middle. Debbie machine embroidered Harper's name in that one. Super cute. And I put together also, if you guys left a little note for Harper, those are on your blocks. A paper pieced angel. More hearts. So it's just super cool. So Marjorie, you're getting hearts and cute little animals. Oh my gosh. Look at all those. So I loved it. I think it was so cool. And some of you guys just sent some orphan blocks that you had from testing a pattern or whatever, and that's perfect. There might be enough, I think, to do also one for Harper's brother. So I've got some blue blocks and some darker blocks that I have set aside that I think I'm going to do for her brother and try to kind of get that kind of cute and dude. Mermaids. This is from our Callie Alley. Look at this one. Look at these kitties. Cute. Yeah, these are Allie's mermaids.
This is the first thing she stitched.
I know.
Allie,
she did
beautiful.
Such a good job. And look at this. This is from Audie from Yakima.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Look at that chicken.
You gotta love that.
Oh, I love this one so much. I love this block. I have a design wall, so I have the quilter's grid. I have it tacked to my wall in my sewing room. I just put pretty things on it. I have a panel on the top of cute animals. I just hoard cute things on that block. I don't actually use it to lay out my quilt. I tend to mop the floor, put the kids to bed, and use the floor. More kitties, some cave kitties. Look at this little goat.
Oh,
what?
Gosh, that's adorable.
Isn't that cute? So hearts and animals. I think this is just perfect for her. This is Leslie Cook from Canada. I'm going to send your envelope to, because I just think it's cool. Someone who's not used to mail, like a cute little penguin.
So sweet.
If it's Calgary, it's probably cold up there, so it's probably fitting. Cute little cow, applique. So like a butterfly, another butterfly. And I liked this one. This one was from Helen from Australia. This one, I just felt it looked to me like an abstract heart, so it's in the heart quilt. Look how cute that is.
That's pretty. Ugh.
Right? It's like one of those contemporary, what do they call them? Where you'll take a square, make a slice, sew a piece in, sew another piece, square that block up, and that's your block. There's not really a pattern. It's just one of those impromptu piecing. I feel like this resembles that for me. To create that curve, she just, and we're going to cut here, sew it here, and that's going to do my curve. I just think it's fantastic. So you guys are more than awesome. All of these blocks, all of these special notes you left for Harper, and so fantastic. And there are more. Again, this is only, gosh, not even a third of them. The rest of them are set into, I'm going to do one more quilt on point. And again, they're going to be roughly like 60 by 70. I'll have probably two that'll be like lap size, maybe 60 square, maybe a little smaller, with some of the leftover, the smaller blocks. And so she can have that one maybe at the hospital with her, however that works. I'm sure Mom and her mom and Donna will be able to figure all of that out. But so amazing. I was finally going to start something, thumb through all these blocks, and I was just in awe of you guys. So amazing, so thoughtful, so giving. And again, I have a few packages here that came yesterday that I need to open. So if yours came in a little late, no worries. They're going into a quilt because I haven't quite started. This will go on Thursday. Marjorie will be here and she will, I'm sure, whip this out, and maybe we'll see it next week. No rush, Marjorie, but super, super cool. Okay, so that's update on Harper. I didn't get any videos, but as soon as Mom gets home, probably next FabriChat, we will share those birthday videos for you at the end of that FabriChat, so you guys can see her open the presents you guys sent and all the well wishes and all that updating stuff for you. So that's the update on Harper quilts. They are being started. You guys, and again, you guys did a fantastic job piecing. And I know a few of you guys, it was kind of your, let's get that machine up and running, or your first block you've stitched in a while, and it's thoughtful. It's really heartfelt. I love it. All right, so that's update on Harper. Let me stick this back on here so I remember whose this is. So amazing. And then let's see, this week there's nothing super exciting. I think Mom's coming home, that's exciting, but other than that, there's nothing happening. And hopefully next week I'll also be able to have the pre-shop, after shop redecorated video ready for you next week. I almost have the shop put back together. Ooh, I don't know if I can confidently say that, but
it's coming.
It's coming. It's a lot. It's hard. It's not an easy task. No. I feel like doing my house would have been a whole lot easier. Moving a couch, a coffee table, pulling up carpet, sign me up for that. Moving a notion wall. Moving a notion wall. And my lovely little helpers who undo more than they do. Yeah, that's Maisie hasn't been doing too bad.
It would be nice if she liked batting instead of...
Yeah. If Maisie liked to be lost in the Minky section, that would be fantastic. But she found there's a new little cube spot in the notion wall that you'll see that
fancies the DMC floss.
She likes the flosses, so we've had to redecorate some of that area to keep it up from Little Miss's fingers. And she also likes holding things. So like the Mr. bottles or some of the, bejeweled glue, she likes to hold those around. And then all of a sudden you'll see it in a weird place because she's dropped that to grab something different. So she's learning. She's doing pretty good. She does love her play area. She does really good in there. She's fallen asleep in there a couple times, which is fantastic because she's usually a take me for a ride kind of a sleepy baby. So she does really good in there. She's definitely someone who can keep herself entertained, which is equally fantastic. Being the third child, you'd think she needs some entertainers, but she does fantastic. Let's see. I think that was all I had to chat about was Harper's blocks, what we did for temperature quilt. mom's on her way home to watch for the next Hoffman Batik Factory video. Cannot wait. If you missed the video I posted the other day about the other Batik Factory, I will have it air next for you. Super cool. It's like maybe 20 minutes. Totally worth it. So fantastic. And the quilt behind me. This is Pale Glow. We opened this maybe last week, maybe the week before. Can I remember? It's really, last week? Yeah. Last week. It's super pretty. I'm going to get out of the way, but it's so pretty. So this one was from Banyan Batiks. This is a Northcott batik. And the girls that do all of the dyeing for them, they also piece quilts, and then we can buy the pieced quilt from them. So super, super cool. So Pale Glow, I have just the pattern, just the fabric, or Marjorie did cut us some kits that looks just like this one behind me, and it ends up being 65 by 78. Super fun, super easy, back quarters and some background and some border and the pattern, and that's it. So fun kits. All right, I think that's all I got. I don't know, hopefully I didn't forget anything. If I forgot anything, we'll talk about it tonight for box opening, and I will see you then. Have a great morning. Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.